Hi, guys. Welcome to the first set of notes for chapter 3, um, cells and cell organelles. This is all review, so it should be fairly easy. We just need to knock some cobwebs loose. Starting out with cell organelles. Okay, first of all, understand all of this is based on what's called the cell theory. Cell theory is three different components, um, and you do need to know these. This is kind of a fundamental philosophy behind what is living and what is not. First of all, first component is all living things are composed of cells. Second, cells are the building units or the building blocks of life. Seems a bit redundant compared to number one, but you do need to know the second phase. Third one is all cells arrive from existing cells. Again, seems kind of silly to us nowadays because we've grown up knowing cells. But back in the 1500s, people thought life just occurred spontaneously. They didn't understand the reason on where things came from. And so, just again, one of the third component of cell theory. We basically have two types of cells. We have prokaryotic cells or prokaryotes. These organisms are simple, they have a single cell, again, made of one cell. The cell does not contain a nucleus or other membrane bound organelles. It does contain a cell membrane, genetic material, ribosomes, and cytoplasm. And do understand that ribosomes are not membrane-bound organelles, and that is why they can follow to this category. These cells tend to be smaller, which makes sense since there's not as much stuff inside of them. And the kingdoms that fall under prokaryotes include bacteria and archaea. The other type of cells is eukaryotes. These are single or multi-celled organisms. Normally, we think of the multicelled organisms, but don't forget about protists, which we studied earlier this year. The cell does include a nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles, as well as four things found in all other cells, which includes that genetic material, cell membrane, ribosomes, and cytoplasm. As you can guess, these cells tend to be larger just because there's more stuff in them. And the kingdoms included in the eukaryotic or the eukaryote or eukarya domain include Protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia. When we tend to think of cells, we tend to think of plant cells and animal cells. So let's compare them. Plant cells have more stuff in them. They have chloroplasts, they have cell walls, they have plastids, and they have a large central vacuole. These are not found in animal cells. Plant cells are generally rectangular in shape, and that shape is kind of determined by the cell wall, which is an advantage when you go to stack cells and reach organisms that are over 100 feet tall. Animal cells, on the other side, hand, contain lysosomes. Otherwise, everything in an animal cell is found in a plant cell. The cells are generally more rounded in shape, and that makes us more flexible and bendable and be able to move around a little bit better. Okay, so your assignment for today and for tomorrow is to draw the three types of cells: prokaryotic cell, plant cell, and an animal cell. There's lots of references. There's references in your textbook. There are tons of references on the internet. In your drawing, you need to include the following organelles where applicable, which means if it's not there, don't worry about it. Okay, and you need to label each organelle. So we're looking for nucleus, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, vacuoles, mitochondria, chloroplast, cytoskeleton, centromere, nucleolus, nuclear envelope, plastids, genetic material, lysosomes, peroxisomes, cell membrane, cytoplasm, and plastids again, just because they're kind of weird. Okay, on your drawing or on a separate document, you need to list the functions of each of these organelles. You do not need to list the function of nucleus twice. You do not need to list the function of the cell membrane three times. You only need to do it once. Again, you can do this on your drawings or you can do it on a Google document, but I will be looking for copy and paste, so do not just copy and paste. Once you get this done, send me a picture of your drawings. Take a picture of your functions if you wrote it down on paper. If your functions are on a Google document, just send that to me. Once we get back after break, we're going to briefly review organelles, and then we'll go into cell membranes, which tends to be a little bit more complicated because then you have to get into all that transport stuff. Have a good break. Your pictures and functions are due Thursday at midnight. Like I say, have a good break. Don't do anything stupid. Stay healthy. And I will talk to you when we get back.